This is an instruction video on how to change the wire out in a Duplo System 5000 booklet maker. First you will need a telescopic magnet for catching any wire or reaching any wire that's left over in your booklet maker, a pair of needle nose pliers, a pair of cutting pliers, and a Hohner head tool. Now this tool, it varies from head to head, whichever stitch head you have. We happen to have the 43/6s, and this is the tool that it calls for. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is, if you look closely right here, you have a bar. You pull out on that bar and turn it to the side, and that's the former. You're going to want to remove the former from the stitching unit, picking up any wire that you drop from that with your telescopic magnet. Then you're going to want to grab your needle nose pliers, and you always make sure you leave a little extra wire when you're changing out the wire, so that you have something to grab a hold of to pull it out. Now you will have to turn the orange knob here, releasing the pressure off the wire. This is your activator arm, or knob. Now, if I can set this down right, you will need to pull this knob down and pull the wire straight out. Making sure to dispose of the wire properly, because if it gets into your machine, a long piece like that could connect between two wires and possibly do some damage to the motherboard. Now you're going to take your new spool of wire, bring it on over, and you have that little hook on the end. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use your cutters to cut that off, disposing of the wire properly. Now you're going to start by feeding through the first three guide pegs here. Pull a little extra. Do the same through these two, making sure not to bend your wire. Now when you come down here, people find this part a little tricky. What you're going to want to do is pull a little extra wire and stick it right in the tip of the hole. Once you have it started, you're going to want to pull out on the pad, get the wire in between. Now on this piece here, this is just spring loaded. You pull it out and let the wire fall behind it. Now from this point, you're going to want to come down here, lock this back in place. That way you can push your wire down a little bit at a time through the tube. And you will do this until you come to a point where you can no longer push the wire in. You see, I cannot push it down any further. Now you will release the knob again, the pressure off of the rollers. Push down one time and then put the pressure back on, activating the rollers. Now you're going to need your Hohner head tool. Your Hohner head tool actually goes in right here on your Hohner head. Now you're going to turn this clockwise and make sure to keep an eye down here where your former was, because you don't want too much wire sticking out at the bottom down there. You only want it to come out a 1/16 or an 1/8. If you look very closely, you can actually see that wire sticking out right there. Now you would reinsert your former, this piece, back in there. Re-engage the plate that holds it in, and now you're ready to run your stitcher. I usually take this time to look around for any extra wires that may have fell out, a missed stitch or anything like that, and I pick them up while I'm here already. And this will complete our instruction video on how to change the wire in a Duplo System 5000. Thank you. Goodbye.